Do you think that we're ever gonna deal with the hands?
She's only 8.
And from when did your mother start to appear in your dreams?
Not a dream. Mommy is calling me to go to the lake.
Oh boy.
Emily, your mommy is...
That's not true.
Oh yes, you're right. I understand. Let me ask you again. What is your name?
What? Wait, what? Is that the
What do you think that means?
the girl from the past?
Yeah, I don't understand. What?
Not again.
Are we just... Why are we here? It didn't hurt.
What's happening? I just don't understand it at all.
Me neither. It feels like I'm losing it.
As the suspect for the murder burglary which occurred in Silent Hill.
Well, that hurt for real. What the hell is going on?
Go away! Go away!
Are we supposed to lose this part? Oh, there we go.
Maybe. We are already dead. And we have gone to the other side.
Stop making tasteless
Is this Jacob's ladder?
Which led to this crime around 10 p.m. on the 18th.
Yay.
Watch out! It's a guy on the right!
If it tries to...
Watch out!
I'm watching out. This is insane. I love just saying go away to Pyramid Head.
It feels like from the moment we entered here, someone has been watching
Yeah,
us.
I feel that too.
Details in regards to this investigation are given due to the questioning being difficult, as the suspect is in a state of extreme shock.
Now what? Oh. That's pretty bad. Yeah, crawling nurses. Ow. Oh, we're at the door? This is crazy. Yeah, we can't move anymore. This is over the top. How long does this go for?
Fortunately, their daughter was unharmed.
Is this the beginning of Silent Hill 2? Oh no. Back off, dude. Stop distracting me with your damn birds. Alright. Easy now. Do we... Oh, okay. Looks like we're getting more bird. Nope. Roaches. Oh god, even in the black and white world? Do we win?
Hannah, I brought you a friend today.
Oh, thank you. But
It's all right.
okay, thank you.
But Hannah,
What is it?
don't you feel like going outside? Why don't we go to Toluca Lake tomorrow? We haven't been there for years.
1918, 1993. Oh, hey, it's the stairway from Silent Hill 4. This is like the between level staircase.
Is something wrong? My wife baked too much bread. Would you like some? Jack took very good care of me when he was alive.
It's behind!
She hasn't coughed very much. Seems to be doing well today. Maybe it's because the weather's nice. I see.
Interesting that unknown is level 2 and something else is level 3.
Lorraine, if you ever need anything, please let me know. My wife and I would be more than happy to help out in any way we can. Yes, thank you. Well, see you. Yeah. See you.
Alright. You're a quick one, but not quick enough. Oh man, it's so cool to see Silent Hill 4 played in the first person outside of your actual room.
Watch out!
Thanks for the coins. Easy now. Hey, are we out? Where are you taking? Oh.
Hannah? Hannah? Where are you?
Mommy!
I was looking for you.
I was talking to the captain.
Wait!
Emily's father?
Who are you? What have you done to my daughter? What is your purpose? Emily, get away from her! She's not your mother! Have you forgotten that your mommy is already dead?
Oh jeez. There it is.
Emily!
I thought the mom and Emily had both jumped in, but that's pretty dark. I mean, both are dark, but... Oh, wow.
Hey, what are you trying to do?
I'm going to follow.
But,
If we run away here, the nightmare won't end.
all right, let's go.
That was easy.
Where is Emily?
What is this, the ring? Oh. Oh no. What? Oh, that's original. What do I shoot? The eyes? The hand? Alright, alright. This is insane. I want to shoot more Hands of Phantom. This is pretty awesome, I have to say. There's only one hand of Phantom left, and these things are freaking impossible to dodge. Gotcha. Now what do I do? I have no idea. Is it the eye? Did I win? I won, I guess. That was a pretty badass boss.
Emily, please open your eyes.
Tina? For a very long time, in the water, it was cold and dark.
Oh, right. It must have been very scary. It's all right now. The nightmare is over.
The best acting.
What went wrong, Hana? Why are you crying?
I can't find my mommy. Maybe she doesn't like me anymore. That's why she did such a thing.
Do you hate your mommy, Hana? It's the same with your mommy. She would never dislike you.
But,
Hana?
Mommy?
Hana? Where are you?
Look at that, he's like, yeah, see?
Mommy!
That's kind of cool.
Do you think she was able to meet her mother?
Of course.
Well, that was really condensed, but that was kind of cool. If only so you could see the environments in that really awesome first-person perspective. The only other way you can do that is to play the mobile game, The Escape, and I've only seen that take place in the hospital. Maybe there's further levels, but I didn't play it for long. Again, they put a lot of effort into the level design of this game. They copied things exactly from their source material. From the motel where you wake up, to the room with the broken desk that you can walk through in the prison, they concentrated very hard for this. The game itself is okay, and again, the rapid fire thing I don't think should be there. That might just be because this is an ISO file, but the enemies go down pretty easily even so, as long as you can catch them on the head. The boss designs were really cool. The one in the graveyard, I don't know if it was actually supposed to be Scarlet. The face was different, I think. But it certainly moved like her, and it was really cool to be able to fight that thing again. I loved Scarlet. And even the original boss, the thing with the wings and the pendulum blades, that, I mean, like, it's a more basic design, but I haven't seen it before. It's really cool to see that they're not just reusing all of the assets from the original Silent Hill games. Yes, there were Pyramid Head monsters and Robbies everywhere, but Robbies weren't actually an enemy. Pyramid Head is kind of obligatory. I can't really... Like, what am I gonna do? Of course Pyramid Head's gonna be there. He's everywhere. But the original monsters were really cool, and Pyramid Head was the Silent Hill 2 version, and he was badass. So, I have to say, I'm okay with this. And you probably notice there were a lot of reused musical tracks from previous Silent Hill games as well. So you could kind of pick out which things were coming from, which games they were coming from. And once again, Silent Hill 4. I can't believe they brought in Silent Hill 4. And hell yeah, Akira Yamaoka. Yep, he worked on the sound for this game too. One last shot. Oh. Hey, that's the pose he was making in the portrait in the Historical Society, if you caught that. Gives you the stare of death. That's pretty rockin'. Gotta say, pretty rockin'. I'll take my S rank, thank you. I guess it is possible to fail to rescue your friends, maybe if you don't beat the bosses quickly enough. But I nailed it! Really? Alright. Oh, it must be some font that I'm not used to. Fine, let's just... Press start to select. Fine. Sure. If you say so. Yay! Well, overall, as I said, this game was kind of cheesy with the acting and very abridged in terms of getting the plot down, but it was fun! Well, we've done it. We beat Silent Hill the arcade game, and I have to say, it was better than I thought it would be. The plot, as mentioned at the very beginning of this Let's Play, while it was a bit not as in-depth as other Silent Hill games' plots, they did a pretty good job with what they had to work with. And as for being a light gun shooter, which does not lend itself to Silent Hill games at all, as you would imagine, it was serviceable. It really was. We got the point across pretty decently and even had fun in the process. As for what they had to work with, what was that anyway? Well, for starters, there were the environments. There was the street on the way to Brookhaven Hospital. There was the hospital itself, Toluca Prison, the carnival, the mall, and then there were some... No. Even that area at the end where you fought Pyramid Head was in that area where you first meet the lying body in Silent Hill 2. I think the only completely made-up area was the final boss's arena, and I suppose the Split Worms arena. You even had the Between Worlds spiral staircase from Silent Hill 4. And those environments, by the way, were reproduced perfectly. They got every little twisty turn in the hallways right. It was accurately mapped as far as my memory serves me. Hell, even in the Toluca Prison, that one area where you walk through the destroyed desk and over the broken glass, you make that broken glass crunching sounds, just like in Silent Hill 2. They really, really paid attention to detail, and I am happy they did. It was a really cool experience to be able to see these environments again, but from a completely different perspective. The first-person perspective. It was awesome. As for the enemies, there were a bunch. Almost all of them were used from previous games, of course, but again, seeing them in first person was pretty cool. There were the nurses, of course, from Silent Hill 2, as well as the cockroaches, and then as far as bosses go, there was Pyramid Head, because of course there was. From Silent Hill 3, we had the numb bodies, those little chicken walking things with the big eyes. We had the dogs. The dogs were slightly different from their Silent Hill 3 counterparts. They didn't have their heads split down the middle. I guess that might have been deemed a little too violent. You'll notice the blood in this game was black and not red. I still think it was supposed to be those dogs, though. They were all bandaged up and everything, so the resemblance was uncanny. And there were also the missionaries with the blades on their arms that run at you, and the insane cancers, the big, bloated, disgusting hulks, also from Silent Hill 3. Now, for this enemy, I'll say it was from Silent Hill 3, technically, but not as an enemy. The Robbie the Rabbit. This was sort of a mental or dream sequence that we went through, so I guess the game had the liberty to throw him at us as an enemy. We kind of were waiting for something to happen with him in Silent Hill 3, and it never did. And it's actually kind of cool that it never did, because it kept us nervous over nothing, so we just had that scare waiting to happen. But because we expected it, it didn't deliver, and it kind of threw our expectations all over the place. But in this game, screw it. Robbie with a chainsaw. You wanted it. Here it is. Have fun. They even were shooting at us. Freaking crazy. Now, as for bosses, there was the Split Worm. I'll get more into that in a little bit, but that was the first boss of Silent Hill 3 in the mall. And, much to my surprise, Silent Hill 4 enemies. There were those annoying bat hummingbird things, the black creatures with the long proboscis. Those were actually annoying insect-like things from Silent Hill 4, kinda hard to hit with melee weapons. There were the weird plant-like stalks that sprayed that poisonous gas, I guess it was, also from Silent Hill 4, Toluca Prison to be specific. There were the leeches, again from Silent Hill 4. They were Umbrella Chronicle style in this game, but they were crawling all over the walls in Silent Hill 4's prison again. And then there were enemies that I thought were original to the game, because those generic-looking gray hulks, they were the gumheads from Silent Hill 4. Those were the monkey-like creatures that sometimes wielded golf clubs. There were the regular gray versions in the first level, and then in Toluca Prison, they were a little bit darker and had more pronounced tails, at least that I could see. So Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4 enemies, there you go. And while there weren't really enemies from Silent Hill Homecoming, any enemies, tongue twister, Pyramid Head did show up with swarms of cockroaches around him, and that was kind of like the Silent Hill movie, which seems to have inspired Homecoming heavily. Now, I say that there were no enemies from Homecoming. I'm actually serious. I made a mistake. There were 2 enemies further to this game, besides the final boss, of course, that were unique to it. The first one was the boss of the hospital, Tuberculosis. This thing is crazy. It's got the axe hand and the crazy twitching head, because you gotta have the twitchy heads ever since Silent Hill 2, I believe. I forgot if 1 pulled that little trick. This thing was crazy. Now, as for its purpose in the game, it seemed to be to guard Emily from further harm. It was coming at us like a freaking beast, because it was one, but it seems that its function was to trap Emily in the hospital to prevent her from entering even worse situations, remembering that the Phantom monster was coming from Hannah, who is sort of Emily's look-alike, kind of like Mary and Maria in Silent Hill 2. So this thing might have existed to trap Emily in a minor personal hell to prevent her from entering a major one. So that's a little dark. As for why it's called tuberculosis, there may be a few reasons for this. One of them is that tuberculosis, well, it's a disease, you're in a hospital, but it's also an airborne disease, and this thing loved to fly around. But most telling, I think, is that one of the symptoms, one of the fatal symptoms of tuberculosis, is that there could be fluid buildup in your lungs. So even if you're standing around in the middle of a desert, you could still technically die by drowning because of the fluid that builds up in your lungs. And sure enough, that's how Hannah died, and that's the sort of curse that's reaching out, possibly to Emily as well. Now, before I get to the second original monster, first let's cover the other bosses. There was Pyramid Head. You gotta have Pyramid Head. Interestingly, it was not the Homecoming version, it was the Silent Hill 2 version. I thought that was kind of cool. Although it was a great knife, had a little white edge to it that was slightly different. But as for Pyramid Head, this one was a little more straightforward. The game all but told you itself that it was the Phantom's guardian and protector and executioner. That thing was coming your way like a man on a mission, which technically it was. So there was that. The Split Worm in Silent Hill 3 makes a reappearance here. This one, it's probably not so much for its phallic imagery as is the fact that it's a worm. Worms are typically around decomposing material, and, well, we're talking about a dead person that's putting the curse on everything, so that's a little kind of gross. And then we have the boss that I really thought was from Homecoming, but I was mistaken about. In the Toluca Graveyard, I called it Scarlet, and it looked like her, and it kind of acted like her, but it wasn't. It was an original creation, Mama. You could probably guess why it's called that, even if you've never seen the monster before. We have mommy issues with this game, considering that Mama threw Hannah over the freaking boat and killed her by drowning, so this mother of hers might have looked like almost, I don't know, like a force of nature or some sort of concrete thing rather than a motherly figure. She didn't appear to be the best mother, gotta admit, which might explain her porcelain, statuesque face. And then there was, of course, the Phantom herself. That part was a little straightforward. You have a distorted version of the girl's face. However, notice the Phantom hands pulling it down, trying to drag it down to the water. That might represent what the mother had done to the Phantom. Remember, the Phantom is the final boss, but it was not having fun. This is not the mastermind of this whole game. It's technically in torment itself, as was evidenced by the good ending, with you save Emily and kind of Hannah as well from the torment that it was suffering, which is why the curse gets to break. Speaking of which, I got the good ending. Not bad for a first playthrough, huh? To get the good ending, you have to save all 3 of your friends, which I did. And I say 3. You had that guy in the very beginning of the first level, but he's an automatic pass. So the 3 people that could die, you have to save all of them, and get rid of the phantom hands on the phantom monster itself. What happens? Well, you saw. We get to see our grandfather, who gives us a little salute. He pilots away the boat. The girl is saved. Our friends are saved. Everyone's happy. But would you believe it? Even though this is an arcade game, a shooter no less, it still is a Silent Hill game. It has multiple endings. Take a look at the normal ending, for instance. How do you get it? Still destroy the phantom hands on the monster, but do not save all of your friends. Here, take a little look at what happens if you screw up saving with friends.
What's that all about? We're safe now.
Let's go.
Let's hurry and keep going.
George.
Now I just showed you all 3 clips of failures, but remember, only one is enough to get you the normal ending. Do not save all of them. Mess up 1, 2, or all 3, the results will be the same. As long as you still kill the phantom hands, though, you'll get the normal ending. What happens in the normal ending? Take a look.
Emily! Emily! Emily, please open your eyes!
Tina? For a very long time, in the water, it was cold and dark.
Oh, right. It must have been very scary. It's all right now. The nightmare is over.
Where am I?
It's all over. It's all over.
Over? Where is everyone? This is a dream, right?
What went wrong, Hannah? Why are you crying?
I can't find my mommy. Maybe she doesn't like me anymore. That's why she did such a thing.
Do you hate your mommy, Hannah? It's the same with your mommy. She would never dislike you.
But...
Hannah?
Mommy?
Hannah? Where are you?
Mommy!
You'll notice that the ending is kind of similar, but what was rather telling is that your grandfather was not there to salute you. That boat just peaced out, and of course your friend had a little bit of a different thing to say. You did win the day, I guess, but you definitely could have done better. You're not going home with everyone you came in with, and that's a shame. Also, I didn't give you much of a look at the credits, but in the good ending, the credits has the Silent Hill 2 main theme playing over it, and in the normal ending, it has the Silent Hill 3 main theme played over it. You may have only heard that little Silent Hill 1 riff at the beginning, but that's how the Silent Hill 3 main theme starts as well. It leads into that. So, Silent Hill 2 theme for the good ending, 3 for the normal ending. What about the worst ending? With the worst ending, do not get rid of all of the Phantom Hands. It doesn't matter how many friends you save. If you screw up that final boss fight, it's the worst ending. Take a look.
Emily! 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 Emily!
Where is this? Where am I? Where is everyone? Tina? Emily? What?
Why didn't you rescue me?
Yeah, that one was unsatisfying to say the least. You have just a very hollow victory? You didn't even really stop the curse. I mean, the game's over, you lived, I guess, but that is a bad ending. So bad, in fact, that you don't even get the credits. Just game over. Try again. Maybe do it right this time. Geez, Silent Hill Arcade, alright. Give me a break. You know what the best part is, though? You're gonna love this. This game actually has a joke ending. Yeah, even the freaking arcade game has a joke ending. And like other Silent Hills before it, the only way to get the joke ending is to do a New Game Plus. Now, unfortunately, I do not have direct footage for my own Let's Play of this. The good news is that the joke ending is abundant on YouTube, but the thing is, I'm not sure how to do a New Game Plus. I actually went through the entire game and beat it, and immediately went and did a new game on the same, like, with the program still running, the same file, but it didn't seem to work. So I don't know if it's impossible to do it on the emulated version, or if I just haven't figured out how. But the way you would do this in the arcades is that there would be a little card that you could put into the machine to sort of save your data. So if you have that card in the machine once you've beaten the game, I forgot if you need the good ending or not. I'll just say beating the game for now. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if the card reader shows that you have clear data, then when you play a new game, in every level up to a point, you'll see a little UFO flying around at some point. You have to look out for them. If you shoot the UFO, well, you just keep playing as normal. But if you shoot every UFO that is available, then play the game up to completion and you will get this ending.
What?
Eric! I am so proud of you that you got over this crisis. Everything was my doing.
Great-grandpa?
Isn't it cool, Eric? This is my new ship.
And you were alive?
Hey, where is Emily?
Emily and Hannah have both fallen in my hands. If you want them back, come chasing after me to the end of the universe!
Eric, what is up with you? Hurry, we have to go after them. In this space combat ship.
What?
You wait, Emily. I will definitely come and save you.
I love this ending. It really pays homage to Silent Hills of the past. We've had UFO endings before. All 3 original Silent Hills did it, and even Shattered Memories, Homecoming, not Downpour, but most of the Silent Hills have done it. Oh, Origins as well. But particularly of note is that it's the black and white still image joke endings, which is what Silent Hill 1 had, and Silent Hill 2's added UFO ending had that as well. I just love that the ship you chase your grandfather in, for some reason, by the way, is the freaking Vic Viper, and then you were in the Gradius ship the entire time. Robbie the Rabbit's playing Gradius pretty well, I might add, but it turns out, yeah, the pilot of the Vic Viper is the freaking characters from Silent Hill Arcade. Who knew? I also love how the song being played, or I should say the music being played over that ending, it's a decent tune. But my favorite part is that it's being played kind of poorly with recorders. One of the goofiest elementary school kid instruments before you learn how to play one of the more refined instruments, I guess. It's just so silly sounding. It just cracks me up. Oh, and speaking of fan service, this is one other thing that really, really got me. As you have seen, this game has branching paths. They all ultimately come back to the same places, of course, but sometimes you get a little perk, like a shotgun or something. I could have gotten a shotgun in the hospital playthrough, for example. But what I want to show you is the Toluca prison playthrough. Now, a little context for this joke. In Silent Hill 2, one of the more notable parts of the game was where you had to reach into a disgusting toilet bowl to pick out a key item. That was nasty. Silent Hill 3 makes fun of this. If you're playing the PS2 version with Silent Hill 2 save data on your memory card, Heather will attempt to reach into the toilet and then back off, saying it's too gross. Who would even think of doing a disgusting thing like that? And she looks right into the camera at the player, like judging you. In Silent Hill 4, later on in the game, if you investigate the toilet, you'll see a little message that says, "You see something in the toilet. Grab it." And if you say yes, it just says, "You're too scared," and nothing comes of it. Well, take a look at what had happened, or I should say what would have happened, if I had taken this particular branching path in the Toluca prison.
Look, there are 2 doors. Which one should we go through? Or we could keep going further down here. Yeah, opening the door could be bad for our health. It's a fork in the road again. Which way should we go? Hey Eric, what on earth are you doing?
Well, something is stuck, so...
Doing such idiotic things.
Sorry.
I love it. I love it. Once again, you think you see something in the toilet, only this time it actually is a real threat and you pay directly for your curiosity. My favorite part is just your friend telling you, "Don't do such an idiotic thing." And you're like, "Sorry." You just go back to business as usual. It's great. Little fan servicey bits like that just crack me up. But not only that, it also goes to show you, along with the symbolism of the bosses and even of the base monsters themselves, that this isn't just a fan servicey game where, whoa, it's Pyramid Head again. Ooh, it's the bobblehead nurses. Bubblehead. It's the bubblehead nurses. Insane cancers. Remember them from the classic Silent Hill games? So cool. They actually do have purposes in this game. Obviously repurposed from their original reasons for being in their respective games. But it does make a kind of sense regarding the plot of the Silent Hill arcade. And you know what I think possibly might be my favorite part of the entire game? The fact that when you go to the other world, it's the sound of a boat horn, and it's not the typical air raid siren. Now, it is true that in every other Silent Hill, I believe there is the air raid siren when you switch to the other worlds, probably as a reference to Jacob's Ladder when that same scene happened, but a boat horn not only makes sense and is also intimidating, it really works. It's convincing. It's the only time I think, at least to my knowledge, that the series has deviated from the air raid siren in that regard, but they did the right thing here. It's a stroke of genius, and I think it works. So well done to the arcade game in that regard. Speaking of well done, I really think that this game was quite good. Would I put it among my favorite Silent Hill games? No. It's like a 50-60 minute arcade game, and the plot's kind of shallow and the voice acting is hilariously bad, but it's pretty good. It really is. It's better than I thought. A lot of love was put into this game. They had to redesign these levels from the ground up, but in the first person perspective, they put real care into this game. A lot of people might take a look at the game just for what it is. A light gun shooter in my Silent Hill? I think not. But there really is more to it than that. Give the game a chance. You'll have a lot of fun with it. I really think you will. So, speaking of having fun, I had a lot of fun playing this game, and I hope you had a lot of fun watching. Thank you so much for watching this Let's Play, and special thanks to the people who submitted title cards to me. So, in order of submission and therefore order of appearance, thank you to Kitty Saw and Dracologist. Awesome stuff, as usual. And again, thank all of you for watching this Let's Play. This has been a great time, and we'll see where we go for the next game. Until next time, everyone.